The Bennington Triangle, a region in southwestern Vermont, is a place where the forest seems alive with secrets. For decades, hikers, hunters, and travelers have ventured in and never returned. Some blame the wilderness, others whisper about strange forces at work, curses, alien abductions, or even portals to another world. It all centers around Glastenbury Mountain, a peak shrouded in mist and legend. Before European settlers arrived, the Abenaki people considered the mountain cursed. They avoided it whenever possible. According to their stories, the land was home to strange creatures, a place where the earth itself could swallow people whole. Some say they spoke of the mountain as a place where the four winds meet, creating unpredictable weather and disorientation. By the 19th century, settlers tried to tame the region. Logging towns like Fayetteville and Glastenbury sprang up around the mountain's base. But the land was unforgiving. Roads washed out in heavy rains. Landslides buried homes. The forests seemed to reclaim any attempt at civilization. By the early 1900s, the region was abandoned, leaving behind ghost towns slowly consumed by moss and vines. Then came the disappearances, a string of vanishings that began in 1945 and continued into the early 1950s. Each case was different, but they all shared one thing: no clear explanation. Let's begin with the first victim. November 12, 1945. Mitty Rivers, a 74-year-old hunting guide, led a group of 4 hunters along the long trail near Hell Hollow. He was fit and experienced, known for his knowledge of the woods. At one point, he walked ahead of the group, just a few minutes ahead. When the group reached the fork in the trail, Mitty was gone. Search parties combed the area. They found a single rifle cartridge in a nearby stream. Some say he might have stopped to take a drink and fallen in. But with no body, no footprints, and no sign of distress, it was as if Mitty had simply vanished. December 1st, 1946. Paula Weldon, an 18-year-old college student from Bennington College, decided to take a solo hike along the long trail. She wore a bright red parka, making her easy to spot. Witnesses saw her on the trail, even noting how quickly she walked. But then she vanished. The search was massive. Over 1,000 volunteers, police, helicopters, even a psychic. No trace was ever found. Her father accused local police of mishandling the case, leading to the formation of the Vermont State Police. To this day, no sign of Paula has ever been discovered. December 1st, 1949. James Tedford, a 68-year-old veteran, boarded a bus in St. Albans, Vermont, heading to Bennington. Witnesses saw him on the bus, reading a newspaper, but when the bus reached Bennington, Tedford was gone. His luggage was still on the seat. His ticket was in his pocket. Yet no one saw him leave the bus. It was as if he vanished into thin air. October 12, 1950. Paul Jepson, an 8-year-old boy, was playing near his family's farm while his mother tended to the pigs. She turned her back for just a few minutes. When she looked again, Paul was gone. Bloodhounds traced his scent to a crossroads, then nothing. Some say he was lured away. Others think he fell victim to something stranger, given that Paul's mother later said the boy had been unusually fascinated by the nearby mountains. October 28, 1950. Frida Langer, 53, was hiking with her cousin near the Somerset Reservoir. She slipped and fell into a stream. She said she'd head back to camp, change her clothes, and rejoin him, but she never arrived. Searchers combed the woods. For 7 months there was no sign of her, until her decomposed body was found in a clearing that had been searched dozens of times before. No cause of death could be determined. 5 disappearances in 5 years, each one more mysterious than the last. But the Bennington Triangle's strangeness doesn't end there. Local loggers have long reported strange sounds in the woods, a low humming, like a distant engine that never stops. Some hikers have described the feeling of being watched, their hair standing on end as they walk through the silent trees. Others claim compasses spin wildly, refusing to point north. Some talk of mysterious lights in the sky, flickering between the branches before vanishing in the blink of an eye. Some blame the region's magnetic properties. Geologists note that Glastenbury Mountain sits on deposits of iron ore, which could theoretically interfere with compasses and navigation. But that doesn't explain why people disappear so completely, without footprints, belongings, or any sign of struggle. Others point to the possibility of a serial killer, a drifter who moved through the woods and struck when the opportunity arose. Yet no pattern connects the victims, and no evidence has ever been found. Then there are those who believe in the supernatural, that Glastenbury Mountain is home to a portal to another dimension. Paranormal enthusiasts claim that certain places on Earth, like the Bermuda Triangle, act as gateways to other realms. Some even say the mountain is cursed, a place where the veil between worlds is thin. It's not just recent history that fuels these stories. Long before the modern disappearances, the Abenaki warned settlers to avoid the mountain. They told of creatures that could change shape, luring travelers into the woods and leaving them lost forever. Some researchers even tie the area to Bigfoot sightings, reporting strange footprints and howls in the night. One of the most chilling accounts comes from a hunter who refused to give his name. He claimed he was tracking a deer when he felt the forest grow quiet. Even the birds stopped singing. Then he saw a figure, a tall, shadowy shape standing at the edge of a clearing. It turned, but instead of a face, it had an empty void. He ran for his life and never hunted in those woods again. Even today, hikers report that certain trails in the Bennington Triangle feel different, as if the forest itself is watching. Some locals refuse to enter the woods at night, citing a sense of dread that hangs in the air. So what is the Bennington Triangle? A region cursed by ancient spirits? A place where the laws of physics break down? Or simply a harsh, unforgiving wilderness where the unprepared can quickly become lost forever? Perhaps it's all of these things. Or perhaps it's just another unsolved mystery in a world that's full of them. The Bennington Triangle reminds us that even in the modern world, some places remain beyond our understanding. Places where the trees whisper secrets and the trail can vanish beneath your feet. So the next time you're hiking through the woods, remember, sometimes it's not the forest that's lost, it's us. What do you think happened to those 5 souls who vanished in the Bennington Triangle? Could there be a rational explanation, or is this forest truly home to something sinister? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that defy explanation. Thanks for watching, and be safe out there.